Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of Fundamentals in Mathematics. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so in last lecture we have seen what is a determinant. That is how to find out the determinant value. And from that one we have seen what is a cofactor and minor of an element. Now today we have to see some properties of a determinant and how to find out a determinant of a matrix. Okay, so first we will see some properties of determinant. Okay, so here there are some properties of determinant. Properties of determinant. Okay. Now, the first property is if the rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged, the rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged, the value of the determinant, the value of the determinant remains unchanged, remains unchanged. Okay, so if we interchange the rows and column of a given determinant, then there is no effect on its determinant value. Okay, that is actually interchanging the rows and column. It means here we have to make same as a transpose matrix. Okay, in transpose matrix we will interchange the just the rows and columns of a given matrix. Okay, so let us see. That is, if suppose we have a 3 by 3 determinant, that is a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 and a3 b3 c2, whatever will be its determinant value, which is the same as after changing its interchanging its rows and columns. As here its first row contains a1 b1 c1, then take this one as a column, so here a1 b1 c1, second row as second column a2 b2 c2 and e3 b3 c2. Okay, that is there is no effect of interchanging the rows and columns of a given determinant on its determinant value. For example, let us see. Suppose we have a 3 by 3 order determinant having entries are 1 2 0 1 minus 1 205 and 246. And if we find out its determinant value, then 0 into something, 0 into anything will be 0. Actually it is 0 minus 20 plus 1 into, sorry, minus 1 into, minus of 1 into 2 into 6 12, minus of 10, minus of 1 into 2 into 4 8 minus 0. So which is equal to the 0 minus 12 minus 10, which is 2, minus of 2 minus of 8, and which is equal to minus 10. So this will be its determinant value. Now we interchange its rows and columns and take this first row as first column, second row as second column, and third row as third column. Now find out its determinant, which is equal to again 0 into 0 minus 20 plus, sorry, minus 2 into minus of 2, 6 plus 4, which is 10, plus 2 into 1 into 5 minus 0, and which is equal to, I think there is a small, somewhere is a mistake. 0 in 0 1 minus 1 205 246, 0 into 0 minus of 20 minus of 1 into 12 minus 10 minus 1 into 4 into 8, which is 0 minus 12 minus 10, 0 minus 20, 0 minus of 20, minus of 20 plus 10 minus 2 into 10 minus 20 plus 2 into 5 10 minus 20 plus 10 is equal to is the value of minus 20 plus 10
-10.
minus of 10. So here both the determinant have same value. Since second determinant will be a determinant which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of this first determinant, but there is no effect of these operations on our given determinant value. Okay, so this will be our first property. Now the second one is, second property says that if the interchange of any two rows changes the sign of a determinant, the interchange of any two rows or columns changes the sign of a determinant, changes the sign of the determinant, right, of the determinant without altering its value, without altering or changing, without changing its absolute value, that is determinant value, its absolute value. ओके, जर आपण दोन रो दिलेल्या डिटर्मिनंटचे दोन रो किंवा दोन कॉलम जर इंटरचेंज केले, पूर्ण रो कॉलम कॉलम रो असं नाही, फक्त कोणतेही दोन रो, जर समजा माझं 2x2 मॅट्रिक्स असेल, आणखी जर मी फर्स्ट रोला सेकंड रो आणि सेकंड रोला फर्स्ट रो जर केलं, तर माझी डिटर्मिनंट व्हॅल्यू ही फक्त प्लस असेल तर मायनस होईल, मायनस असेल तर प्लस होईल. पण जे ॲब्सोल्यूट व्हॅल्यू जर समजा के असेल, if suppose we have determinant of order 2 a1 b1 c1 d1 having determinant value will be something k, and if we interchange its any two row, sorry, as it is a square, it is a determinant of order 2, so just we have to make second row as first and first as second, then its determinant value will be just a minus of k. Okay, let us see. For example, determinant value of this one a1 b1 c1 d1 is equal to minus of c1 d1 a1 b1, or which is equal to minus of b1 d1 a1 c1. Okay, this will be our original determinant. This will be a determinant obtained by changing its rows, that is first row as second row as first row, and this will be a determinant which is obtained by changing first column as a second and second as a first. Let us check by finding the determinant value. Now this will be a determinant of order 2, then its determinant value will be a1 into d1 minus of b1 into c1, a1 d1 minus of b1 c1. This will be its determinant of, this will be minus of, its determinant value will be c1 b1 minus of a1 d1. Okay, so which is nothing but a1 d1 minus of b1 c1. Since we have to just multiply by negative sign, then this will be negative, this will be positive. So now if suppose this will be some k, that is this determinant will be some a, okay, then it must be equal to determinant of a. So determinant value which is obtained by changing its any two rows or any two column is equal to negative of the original determinant value. Similarly this one also, here negative of its determinant value will be b1 c1 minus of a1 d1. Just multiply by minus this minus, then we get a1 d1 minus of b1 c1, which is nothing but our determinant of this original a. Okay, so the interchange of any two rows or any two columns changes the sign of the determinant without changing its absolute value. or जर तुम्हाला हे समजत नसेल तर हे निगेटिव्ह ठेवा, आणखी नाही कसं एक्झाम्पल ठेवा. जर समजा माझा पहिला डिटर्मिनंट काय ए डिटर्मिनंट आहे, त्याचं जर तुम्ही डिटर्मिनंट व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट केला तर काय a1 d1 - b1 c1. These are the three determinants. It is a a1 d1 c1 and d1, and if we find out its, now this will be take determinant b. It is a determinant which is obtained from first determinant by changing its rows. Here we have just make first row as a second and second as a first. Okay, now its determinant value is equal to b1 c1 minus of a1 d1. Now it is equal to minus of a1 d1 minus of b1 c1, which is equal to this one. But this one is determinant value of our this a, which is equal to minus of determinant of a. It means the determinant value of b is negative times the determinant value of a. And similarly for this one also, this is determinant. If suppose c is this one, then its determinant value is b1 c1 minus of a1 d1, which is equal to negative of a1 d1 minus of b1 c1, and which is nothing but minus of determinant of a. जर तुम्ही दोन रो चेंज करा किंवा दोन कॉलम चेंज करा, जो ओरिजिनल डिटर्मिनंट व्हॅल्यू आहे त्याच्या निगेटिव्ह मध्ये तुमच्या चेंज केलेल्या डिटर्मिनंटची व्हॅल्यू आहे. ओके, दिस विल बी अ सेकंड वन. नाउ द थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी इज टू रोज if, sorry, this one has 3, if two rows or two columns of a determinant of a determinant are identical, then the value is equal to 0. The determinant value is equal to 0. Okay, if suppose we have a determinant of any order, if any two rows or any two column from that determinant are same, then its determinant value must be equal to 0. For example, let us see. If suppose we have a determinant that is a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, and let us take third row as a same as a first row, a1 b1 and c1. Here we have a determinant having two rows are same, that is first determinant, first row and second row. Now according to our given statement, its determinant value must be equal to 0. Let us check. So it is equal to a1 into b2 c1 minus of c2 b1 minus of b1 into a2 c1 minus of a1 c2 plus c1 into a2 b1 minus of b2 a1. Okay, let us solve this one. a1 c1 b2 minus of a1 b1 c2 minus of b1 c1 a2 minus of plus a1 b1 c2 plus b1 c1 a2 minus of c1 a1 c1 b2. This plus a minus a1 c1 b2, this a1 c1 b2 get cancelled. a1 b1 c1, I think there is something is missing here. b1 in first one, a1 into b2 c1 minus of b1 c2 minus of b1 into a2 c1 minus of a1 c2 plus c1 into a2 b1 minus of a1 b2, and this one a1 c1 b2 minus of a1 b1 c2, this will be a1 b1 c2. Okay, now this a1 b1 c2 plus minus a1 b1 c2 plus a1 b1 c2 get cancelled, plus b1 c1 a2 minus b1 c1 a2 get cancelled. All the terms are cancelled, then it is equal to 0. And similarly for column also, if any two rows or any two columns of a determinant are same, that is identical, then its determinant value must be equal to 0. Now the fourth property is, the elements of a row or a column of a determinant, if the elements of a row or column of a determinant are multiplied by some scalar, uh, multiplied by a by a scalar, then then the value of the new determinant is equal to new determinant is equal to scalar times the value of the original determinant. Equal to same scalar times the value of the original determinant. Original determinant. ओके. याचा अर्थ इतकाच आहे की माझ्याकडे कोणत्याही ऑर्डरचा डिटर्मिनंट असू दे, त्याच्या एखाद्या रोला किंवा कोणत्याही रोला किंवा कोणत्याही कॉलमला जर एखाद्या स्केलारनी जर मल्टिप्लाय केला असेल तर त्याचे डिटर्मिनंट व्हॅल्यू हे ते स्केलार इंटू त्या ओरिजिनल डिटर्मिनंट व्हॅल्यूच्या मल्टिप्लिकेशन इतकी असेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ सपोज वी हॅव a determinant of order 2, it is equal to a1 b1 and c1 d1, so its determinant value will be a1 d1 minus of b1 or c1. If suppose this will be some determinant a, if suppose b is a determinant in which each entry of its first column is multiplied by some k, or its first row is multiplied by k, so here we will take a multiple row. Suppose k a1 and k b1, and second row as it is 7 d1, then its determinant value will be k into a1 d1 minus of k into b1 c1, and which is equal to k into a1 d1 minus of b1 c1, and this one k into this is nothing but the determinant value of this, which is equal to k into this. Okay, so this will be a fourth property. Now the fifth one will be each element of any row or column is each element of any row or column of a determinant is the of a determinant is the sum of two or more numbers, is the sum of two or more numbers, then the determinant is expressible as the determinant is expressible as the sum of two or more determinants, sum of two or more determinants of the same order, that is, if we have a determinant d, if d is equal to a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2, sorry, d is equal to a1 plus x1 b1 c1 a2 plus x2 b2 c2 a3 plus x3 b3 c3. If this will be a determinant value, that is d is its determinant value, and d dash is a determinant which is equal to, or if this will be a determinant value, then its determinant value must be equal. There is no need to take d dash equal. Then its determinant value is same as the determinant of this one, a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3, and plus x1 b1 c1 x2 b2 c2 and x3 b3 c3. Either we can find out the determinant value of the first or find out the values of these two determinants and sum it. Both have the same determinant value. This will be our fifth property. And the null and the last one, which is nothing but if each element of a row or column of a determinant, each element of a row or a column of a determinant, column of a determinant, we added the equimultiples of the, we added the equimultiples of the corresponding elements of one or corresponding elements of one or more rows or columns or columns, then the value of the determinant is not changed. Then the value of the determinant is not changed. Determinant is not changed. That is, its meaning is simply if D is equal to A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2 and A3 B3 C3, then its determinant value is the same as a determinant D dash which is obtained by this one, A1 PB1 plus QC1 B1 C1, E2 plus PB2 plus QC2 B2 C2, E3 plus PB3 plus QC3 B3 C3. Okay, then its determinant value will be same as our D dash. D dash is same as D. Okay, so it means if each element of a row or a column of a determinant be added, the equimultiples of the corresponding element. Equimultiples means P times B1, P times B2, P times B3. Similarly, Q times Q1, Q times C2, Q times C3 of one or more rows. Here we have taken both the columns. But if we require A1 plus PB1, A2 plus PB2, A3 plus PB3, then also determinant value of D dash is same as a D. Okay, so this will be our sixth and last property. Now, using these concepts or properties, we will solve some example. Okay, so let us see some examples. First one, 5 2 3. First row as 5 2 3. Second one as 7 3 4. And last one as 9 4 5. Okay, now just see its solution. Apply C1 is changing to C1 minus C3. That is, we have to change this first column as first column minus third column. Then we get which is equal. फर्स्ट कॉलमला काय करायचं आपल्याला, फर्स्ट कॉलम मधून मला थर्ड कॉलम सबट्रॅक्ट करायचा आहे, आणखी जे एंट्री येतील ती फर्स्ट कॉलमच्या ठिकाणी, कारण C1 चेंजेस होतो C1 minus C3. 5 minus 3 2, 7 minus 4 3, 9 minus 5 4, 2 3 4 as it is, and last column is also as it is 3 4 5. But we know that one property: if any two rows or any two columns of a determinant are same, then its determinant value will be equal to 0. Here, the first column and second column of this determinant are same, then its determinant value is equal to 0. Okay, so either we can find out the determinant value of this one or this one. Both are the same things. So in this way, we can find out the determinant value. Okay. Now, let us take the second example. Let B is equal to 0, 333, 444, minus of 333, 0, 666, minus of 666, minus of 444, here take plus and here take minus of 666 and here. Now this will be a skew symmetric matrix. This is equal to minus of A transpose. Now we have to find out its determinant value. Let us see how to find out. Okay. Now its value is equal to D equal to this one, 0, 333, 444, minus of 333, 0, 666, minus of 444, minus of 666, 0. Now, let us take minus 1 common from each row. If we take minus 1 common, taking minus 1 common from each row, either let us take a minus 1 common from each row or multiply each row by minus 1. Both are the same things, so which is equal to minus 1 common, then 0 here, minus of 333. Here we have taken first minus 1 common, minus of 444. Okay, now let us take the minus 1 common from this one also, then it becomes plus this one as it is 0 and this one becomes minus of 606. Now this will become minus 1 square. Since here we have taken minus 1 common 2 times. Now let us take the minus 1 common third time from third row. Then it is plus. This one is also plus and this 0 as it is. And it becomes minus of 1 cube. But minus of 1 cube becomes minus 1. So it is equal to minus of this one, 0, minus of 333, minus of 444, 333, 0, minus of 666, 444, and 666 and 0. So this will be a minus of this time. Now let us see. Here we get 0 minus of 330 minus of 44, 333. Now changing its rows to columns and columns to rows. Then we get this one is a row. Now make this as column. Minus of 444, minus of 300 plus 333 plus second row as second column, 0, minus of 666, 444, 666 and 0. Just changing rows to columns. Then we get this one. So this minus of sign as it is. Now this one will be same as our D. So just put that value here, D. So here D equal to minus D, which implies D plus D equal to 0, which implies 2 times D equal to 0, which implies D equal to 0. So that will be the determinant value. Okay. So in this way we can find out the determinant value by using these properties. Now, up to now, any doubt? आतापर्यंत कोणाला काही डाऊट?
No, sir.
Okay, now we will see how to find out a determinant of a matrix. Okay, so let us see determinant of a matrix. Determinant of a matrix. If A equal to Aij be a square matrix of order n, square matrix of order n, order n, then the determinant of the determinant of Aij of order n is called the determinant of the square matrix A, for the determinant of the square matrix A, and is denoted by this symbol, determinant of A. Okay, so we have if we have a determinant of order, any order n, then its determinant value is obtained by just replacing its matrix symbol by determinant symbol, that is this one. Okay, so that will be our required determinant, and we know how to find out the determinant value, and that corresponding determinant value is nothing but our determinant value of a given square matrix A. That is, if suppose we have a determinant A be a matrix which is nothing but this one, A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, and A3 B3 C3, A3 B3 C3, then its determinant value is, as this one is a matrix, then its determinant value is denoted by this symbol, and which is nothing but this one, A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, and A3 B3 C3. Okay, so in this way we can find out a determinant value of any square matrix of order n, where n is any natural number. For example, if suppose we have a be a matrix having entries are 1, 9, 7, 15, then, and now we have to find out the determinant of A. Then find determinant of A. Okay, if A equal to this one, then determinant we have to find out, which implies determinant of A is denoted by this symbol, and which is equal to 1, 9, 7, 15. 15 into 1, 15, minus of 9 into 7, 63. 63 minus 15, 13 minus 5. Yes, 63. 63 minus 13 will be 50. 50 minus 2, which is 48. Minus of 48. Okay, so in this way we can find out the determinant value of any square matrix. Now let us see, there are some types of matrices depending on the definition of determinant of a matrix. Okay, that is, they are called singular and non-singular matrix. Okay, let us see what is a singular and non-singular matrix. Singular matrix. First we will see a singular matrix. Okay. See, a square matrix of order n is said to be singular. A square matrix A is said to be singular. Is said to be singular if its determinant value is equal to 0. If its determinant value is 0, determinant value is 0, that is determinant of A equal to 0. Similarly, non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay, a square matrix A where matrix A is said to be non-singular if its determinant value is non-zero. Value is not. That is determinant of A is not equal to 0. So if we have a square matrix, then either it is a singular matrix or it is a non-singular matrix. If its determinant value is equal to 0, then it is a singular matrix, and if its determinant value is not equal to 0, then it is a non-singular matrix. Now, okay, so let us take some examples. First one, A equal to 2, 1, 3, 5. Second one, B equal to 2, 3, 4, 6. Third one, 7, 8, 5. Three, 4, 6, 10, 1, 11. Fourth one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now tell me whether first one is a singular matrix or non-singular matrix.
Non-singular.
As its determinant value is equal to 10 minus 3,
7.
which is equal to 7, which is not equal to 0. So, which is the non-singular matrix. What about second one?
Singular.
Singular matrix.
Determinant of B equal to 12 minus 12, which is equal to 0. So, this will be a singular matrix. What about third one? Whether third one is a singular or non-singular. Yes.
Singular matrix.
Determinant value will be equal to 0. Okay. Let's find out
Yes.
the determinant value, which is equal to determinant of C equal to. Actually, either we have to directly use the definition of our determinant, or we can use this method. This matrix can be written as. Actually, it is equivalent to. Now, first row as this 7, 8, 5. Third row as this 3, 4, 6. Third row is just an sum of first two rows. 7 plus 3, 10, 8 plus 4, 12, 6 plus 5, 11. So, either let make this as that is R3 minus R2 or R3 minus R1, then we get, if we make R3 minus R2, R3 minus R2, then 10 minus 3, 7, 12 minus 4, 8, 11 minus 6, 5. Now, and we know that if the matrix or determinant, now either we can find out the determinant value of this one or this one. Both are the same thing. Then determinant value becomes 7, 8, 5, 3, 4, 6, and 7, 8, 5. Again, we know one property. If the determinant has any two rows or any two columns are identical, then its determinant value will be equal to 0. As its determinant value is 0, then it must be a singular matrix. What about fourth one? A1 चं काय, whether it is a singular or non singular.
Number of rows and columns are not equal.
Not same. Yes. Okay. As here for determinant we require a square matrix, and this one is not a square matrix, so it is not possible to find out its determinant value. So if it is a square matrix, then only we can find out the determinant value, and from determinant value we say that the corresponding matrix is a singular or non-singular. Okay. Here we can't find a determinant value itself. Then there is no need to check for singularity, singular matrix or non-singular matrix. Okay. Now, the next example, next type of matrix will be transpose conjugate. Conjugate of a matrix. Okay. Let us see a definition. Let A equal to Aij be a matrix of order m by n. Here there is no need to take a square matrix, and is denoted by, that is the transpose conjugate is denoted by a to the power theta or a to the power some star, okay, or a to the power h. These are the symbols or notations which are used for our transposed conjugate matrix, and is defined by a to the power theta equal to a to the power star equal to a to the power h, that is equal to Aij transpose of m cross m. That is, sorry, here we have to make AGI. Okay. So what is a to the power theta? Just a transpose the conjugate of a matrix means first we have to take its transpose and then we have to take its conjugate, or first take its conjugate or then take its transpose. Both are the same thing. What is a conjugate? That is for complex number system. First let us see what is a conjugate. If suppose we have a complex number, z is a symbol which is denoted for, or variable which is denoted for complex number. As it is a complex number, then it must be of the form x plus I1, and conjugate of complex number is denoted by z bar, and which is equal to x minus I1. So this will be a conjugate of our complex number. And if we have a matrix, then either its entries are complex or real. If they are real, then they must be equal to their conjugate. But if they are complex number, then there is a difference between a complex number and its conjugate. Okay. So first we have to, what is a transposed conjugate matrix? If we have a matrix A, then its transposed conjugate is nothing but either we have to first take its conjugate and then its transpose, or first we have to take its transpose and then its conjugate. Let us see by taking one example. For example, if suppose we have a matrix A having entries are A1, B1 and C1, A2, B2 and C2, and E3, B3 and C3. So this is a matrix A, and now we have to find out its transposed conjugate. That is, then find a to the power theta or a to the power ah. A to the power ah is nothing but the transposed conjugate of a matrix A. And for that we have to first either take transpose, then conjugate, or first conjugate, then transpose. Now here matrix A is given. So first we will take its transpose. So A transpose is equal to A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, and A3 B3 C3. And now we have to make its conjugate. So A transpose of its conjugate, which is denoted by this symbol, or to the power C. So which is equal to its conjugate becomes, just we have to take the conjugate of each element. A1 conjugate, A2 conjugate, A3 conjugate. B1 conjugate, B2 conjugate, B3 conjugate, C1 conjugate, C2 conjugate, C3 conjugate. And now it becomes a e to the power h. So a transpose or conjugate matrix is nothing but this one. Let us take some entries. Second example, if B equal to 1 plus 3i, 2, 5, 6 minus 9i. Okay, so this will be a matrix and we have to find out its transpose or conjugate, that is B star, then which is equal to. First we have to make its B star is equal to, first we have to make its transpose. If we make the transpose, then plus the row as first column, second row as second column. And now we have to make its conjugate. Conjugate is equal to 1 plus 3i. As here 3i, then it becomes minus 3. 1 minus 3i. As it is real, as it is this well, as it is 6 minus 9. Already minus, then it becomes plus. And there is no effect on its real part. Okay, so this will be B star. So in this way, we can find out the transpose the conjugate of a matrix. And there is one important note. The conjugate of the transpose of A, the conjugate of the transpose of A of A is the same as the transpose of the conjugate of B, as the transpose of conjugate of A. ओके, एखादा मॅट्रिक्स असेल त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट घेऊन ट्रान्सपोज करा किंवा ट्रान्सपोज घेऊन कॉन्जुगेट घ्या, काही फरक पडणार नाही, दोन्ही सेम थिंग असते. ओके, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये? येस, कुणाला काही डाऊट असतील तर विचारू शकता.
No, sir.